Welcome everyone today to our class. This is yoga with weights. And today we're going to be using heavier weights and lighter weights. And we're here in Gibsons, British Columbia. It's on the Sunshine Coast, about an hour away from Vancouver on a ferry. And I have a wonderful group of people here to salute all of you online. And we're here together to look at the examined life, it's called. So namaste. And welcome today to our class today, which is called Yoga with Weights. And we have 5 pound, I have 5 pound or 3 pound weights. You might have 3 pound or 1 pound, or you might just use one set of weights for whatever you feel. And I also have my squishy ball, because we might use it between our knees and our block also. I put 2 chairs, as you can see, on either end. So if you have a counter in your kitchen that you can hold on to, it would be good, because we're going to be balancing on one leg and doing weight training. So it's a little complex for the body to absorb. As you know, I'm a real fan of weights because our bicep muscle doesn't work at all hardly in yoga through a range of motion. So we have to add that specific range of motion against weight. So it's all very beneficial. So today I'm going to come to comfortable seated position, and I'm going to sit on my block because I find that it rotates my hip forward. In the opening practice, many of you will choose to have a seat or to lie on the ground. Whatever you find works for you in the practice, I'm glad you're here today. So Patanjali is the father of yoga, born over 2,000 years ago, suggests that we follow the 8 limbs of yoga. And the 8 limbs of yoga start with pranayama, or the breath. So come to comfortable seated position and find your rooting, and bring your hands to your knees and hold on to your knees and roll your hips forward. And as I said, if you're sitting on the block, you might find that by rolling your hips forward, you can sit taller in your spine. We want to get a lot of room in our lumbar area and our sacrum, because these muscles get super tight. So it actually extends the back. The top of the head is reaching up to the sky. The shoulders are shifting down our back. And we feel very rooted into the earth. And we're now in number 1 of Patanjali's 8 limbs, which is the breath. So I would like you to just notice your essence breath flowing in and out. And Patanjali said, when we get into our practice, we not only do essence breath, that flow, we also want to do an exaggerated breath to bring calmness to our body. So we're going to breathe in through our nose as much as we can, and then we're going to exhale as long as we can. Inhale through your nose, and then as you exhale, try to keep your mouth closed and exhale as long as you can, all the way out. Deep inhale, fill up your belly, fill up your ribs, hold the breath at the top, then exhale, keeping your mouth closed, and let all the air go out of your lungs. Continue this long breath with your eyes closed, number 1 of Patanjali's 8 limbs, and exhale. We're going to practice that deep inhale and that long exhale, but go back to normal essence breath, the flow in and out. And I have a friend who lives up in San Pancho in Mexico, and she wrote this beautiful breath work. On the inhale, you will have a thought, and on an exhale, you will have another thought. Inhale, you are resilient. Exhale, and you need a break often. Inhale, you gave your all on the inhale, and she says, need to back out sometimes. On the inhale, you are independent, and still you need others as you exhale. Inhale, you were sure. Exhale, and then things changed. Inhale, you are kind. And exhale, we have boundaries. Inhale, others have it worse. Inhale. And your pain as you exhale is very valid. Inhale, you did your best. Exhale, and now you know more. Breathe normally and allow this duality of life happen in you. And recognize and honor the fact that we are dual in our reaction and our behavior sometimes, all at one time. Very slowly take your legs and extend them wide. So I started reading Socrates. He's quite a good guy, the Socrates guy. He was born a long time ago. And I love his favorite statement about life isn't worth living an unexamined life. So we're going to just do a little poem today about examining our life. Inhale, exhale to the right, feeling the pull, closing your eyes if you feel safe. Exhale, look up to sky, over to the other side. Continue identifying as you inhale, closing your eyes if you feel safe, going right to left, and go slowly so you can feel the pull start to happen on your hamstring and back on the other side. And as you come to center, lift your heart up. Lift, lift, lift. And then let it go. Continue the inhale as you lift. And the exhale as you drop. Feel the abdominals, the transverse, and the lateral muscles having to work here. We need these muscles to bend sideways. We need the girdle muscle to hold our belly tight to support the back. Now you can choose to join me in a faster motion, which will use the core muscles more, or you can stay at this pace and just glide through. Here I go. I'm going to speed it up, lift, and drop. Continue. Close your eyes if your body feels that it wants to go there. Oh, yes. Oh, fast motion, strengthening my core, being able to bend sideways. Those muscles called intercostals are working here. We got to overload them. Nice. Nice. Give me 10 more. Very functional movement here for core, front body. Nice. Last two. And come over to the right side. Put your elbow towards your knee. Look underneath your armpit and start pulling the shoulder blade back. And then take your nose to that left armpit. And then take your left fingers over to the right a little bit more. Then last move is to push your butt on the left into the ground. Push. Feeling all those muscles stretching. And then turn your nose towards your right knee and drop both hands to either side of the knee and open up your mouth with that. Shake your head and let your lips hang loose, let your jaw be loose. And allow the tension just to go out of your body and your hamstring, being patient. Beautiful. And then drop to the center and allow your shoulders to sink down in your nose and start to nod your head again to feel the big pull in the neck area. Lovely. And then slowly roll up and bring your hands behind your knees and come back into center. Beautiful. We're going to do cat-cow in center, so hold on to your knees. As we inhale, we lift our heart, taking those muscles and stretching them, and as we exhale, we pull back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull back. So we're mobilizing the muscles continuously through the back after all the big pulls that we did in the body. 4 more times. And then straighten your arms, pull on your legs and pull back. Open your mouth with a ha and shake your head, let your lips hang loose. Pull the shoulders wide. And then look over top of your right shoulder and keep the shoulders wide. And then drop them down and nod. Go over top of your left shoulder, backing out of the driveway. Beautiful. And come center and nod. Beautiful. Lift your head up, take your hands behind your head. Let's work with a little bit more of a pull on the neck. Wrap the elbows around the neck and pull your head forward and pull your shoulder blades down on the exhale. And on the inhale, spread your wings and try to mobilize the muscles in the upper back between the wings. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Really pull the wings wide, elbows back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We get really tight muscles in our neck. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Big full breath. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And as we exhale, wrap the elbows around, pull your shoulders down and breathe through the mouth and make the ha sound. Ha. Continually pull and breathe into those neck muscles. You can feel them coming off what's called your levator scapula, which are a bone that runs horizontally up into the neck, the muscles. So we're waiting and watching. And then slowly lift up and bring your hands behind you. Intertwine your fingers and look up to sky and lift the arms in the opposite direction and open your mouth and have 5 puffs. Really, really let go of any tension you're in your throat. Very nice. Hold the arms down your back and tuck the nose once again down for those neck releases. Bring your head up and take your ear to the right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder wide, feeling the tension leaving you. You just were on a flight last night. You might, just really release the neck. And the other side, pull, pull. There may be too much paddling out there on the water or walking in the hills, the Camino, which some of you were there in Spain. And release. Opposite pose. We're going to pull on the hips now and the shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop forward. Inhale. Armpits wide. Exhale. Inhale. We lose our ability to mobilize the shoulders. Inhale. This is core work. Forward flexion and extension. Continue on. Now you can go this pace, or you can change to join me a little faster. Working the abdominals. Four more times. 3, 2, and on the last one, let your mouth hang open and hold on to your elbows and open your mouth with a ha. Shake your head, really shake, really a lot. Side to side, open your mouth, and then slowly lift up and bring your hands again behind your knees. Pause for a moment. Lovely. And bring your legs down. Laterals again. Take a deep inhale, lift up. Exhale to the right. We're going slow. Inhale, paint your rainbow of life. Close your eyes. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heart. Exalt yourself to sky. Now go to your Mula Bandha, anus and genitals, and pull them up to 2 out of 10 to support your outer abdominals. And then pull your abs underneath your ribs, your second lock, so that if you choose to join me in going quicker, that you can really help your back, pulling on our back, strengthening our belly. Here we go. Four more. Feel those muscles between the rib cage really working. And bring your elbow to the left this time. Flex your heel on the left. Pull your armpit around. Look underneath your armpit with your eyes. Pull your fingers on the right over to the left. And then push your butt on the right into the ground or your block. Keep the breath flowing. Nice practice, everyone. And then turn your body slowly, one hand on either side of the knee. Let your head hang, let your jaw be loose. Nod your head and open up your mouth with a ah. Really relax your body. And then drop to the center and relax, let everything go. Beautiful. And roll all the way up. Pause in this position. And then bring your knees together and come off your block. Let's face so that you can see me. So your head is in the center. Curl your toes under and let's start our cat-cow. Exhaling and inhale. So once again, it's just not the lower back pulling forward. It's spreading those shoulders and then pulling the shoulders together and dropping the belly and tail up. Continue at your own pace, whatever feels good for you. The unexamined life. Keep going. The unexamined life is not worth living, and the unlived life is not worth examining. I have this beautiful poem about a lived life. And this particular poem actually changed my life. I got off a lot of my boards. I focused on healthful activities. I started to do yoga so much, and it got the value of a lived life, not an unlived life. And then flatten your toes and take your butt to the right side, and then slide to the left side, and then lift your back up to center. Right side, left side, back up to center. We can feel the squeezing and soaking right side of our knees, ankles, left side, back up to center. One last time, right side, left side, and back up to center. Curl your toes under and come into downward dog just to release the hips and push your heels into ground. And it's called bear pose. So what we do is we lift up on the toes as high as you can and we drop our knees just off the floor and we hover. We feel our strength in our belly and then we lift up on our toes and back into down dog. You can be on all fours or sitting on your chair. You choose where you're at today. An examined life, watch your strength, lift up on the toes, drop, look forward, bear pose or put your knees on the floor or you could be on your elbows. Push your butt up to sky, push the heels down. Make a sound, shake your head, beautiful. And again, up on your toes. Anytime child's pose is waiting, drop the knees just off the ground, pull your belly tight. Push into your heels to stretch your arches of your feet. Lift up, heels down. Shake your head, don't build tension. And one last time, if you're with me, up on the toes, hover, 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 hover. And then bring knees to ground, flatten your toe, and start to go to the left side now with your hips. To the right, notice a difference, and come back up to center. Left side roll, all the way around, and back up to center. Keep going, left side roll, all the way around, and back up to center. Left side roll, all the way around, back up to center. Two more, roll. Feel the slow progression of the joints, getting a fuller range of motion. And then crisscross your hands and put your head on your hands, or you can use your block and come back into child's pose. Open your mouth with a shake your head, shake your head. Bring our arms down by our side, turn your palms up, and bring your hands to your lower back and lift your arms off your back if the body will allow. Just stretching the wrists into the opposite direction. So keep moving, keep opening up those shoulders. Some of you might roll on to the crown of your head, holding that pose. And then slowly let your arms fall down by your side. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your wrists. Bring your arms in front of you and one more set of bear pose. It's called lift up to sky, push heels into ground. You choose where to go with your body. Roll your armpits in so you're using your muscles of your back, not just your wrists and the arms. Up on the toes, into bear, look forward with your eyes. Pull the belly in, shoulders broad. Push heels backwards to stretch the arches of the feet for all the flip-flop wearing. Lift up and heels down, nose to chest, forehead to navel. Push heels down. A little bit longer. Got two more, a little bit longer in bear pose. Here we go. Child's pose is waiting. Up on the toes, look forward. Flatten the back, pull the belly tight. Hover off the ground, your knees can be on the ground. All the way back to down dog. Open your mouth with a shake your head. Child's pose is waiting. Remember, if you want to go there. Last time, up on the toes, look forward, knees drop towards ground, pull belly tight. Knees come to ground, toes flatten, body comes back, hands come down by your side. Start to wiggle your wrists around and your fingers. Open your mouth with a shake your head. Hold on to your feet or your legs. On the inhale, pull back through the belly and the hips. And on the exhale, just release the tension. Inhale, pull back, pull back, pull back. Release. Pull back. Pull back. Release. Last time. Pull back. Pull back. Release. Come up to sitting and find your block if you choose. You can either sit on your block, this is called hero's pose, on the side, or you might not need a block. You choose where you're at. Bring your kneecaps together. Hold the pose. Feel the joints going in the other direction now. Beautiful. Hands on shoulders to take the wrists in the opposite direction. As you exhale, pull back through the belly. And as you inhale, lift up. So we're going to stay here to work those joints. Exhale. Inhale. Continue on at your own pace. Four more. All the way up, bring your hands behind you. Intertwine your fingers, wrists in the opposite direction. Look up at sky, lift your arms off your back, and have 5 puffs. Drop your nose down, keeping your arms where they are. Let your mouth hang open, let your lips be loose, and feel the breath flowing. Lift all the way up. Let's take a pause in gate to allow the rush of the energy. So just come up into gate and going back down in a minute. Shoulders back and down. Here we go, back down. That was synovial fluid, which is fluid in the joints that we just pulsated through. So tricep muscle, back of arm, we need to stretch. Lift up, look up, and come over to your left side. Come back up to center and bring your arm in front of you and pull it all the way across as you look to your right. And release the arm. Let's go to the other side. Come. This is how we don't get injured, is by strengthening a particular muscle and roll to the left. And then giving it a big stretch. Sorry, roll to the right, excuse me. Left side. Pull, pull. Coming back up to center and coming across and looking over top that left shoulder. Beautiful. So now we want to take all of that fluid that we're producing through our joint, in our joints, because as we age, we lose our joints, synovial fluid, and we're producing it now. Shake it out. And then we want to flush it all through our body. So take your block away and turn again towards the center and curl your toe under and come up to downward dog. Push your heels into ground and hold that pose. Once again, cat-cow could be your pose. Roll your armpits together, pull your wings wide. Push your heels into floor and lift your tail up to sky as you pull your mula bandha, anus and genitals, to 2 out of 10, and your abs under your ribs, 2 out of 10. Then slowly, if you're on all fours, come through in dog and start to walk your feet towards your hands. And feet are hip width apart or a little wider, and then bring your elbows to your knees and bring your head up and look forward. Hold the pose, allowing those muscles of the shoulders to release and the wrists. Start to stretch the right leg straight and the left leg bent. So the right leg is straight, and wiggle the toes on the right and lift the hip to sky for that hamstring muscle. And then bend the knees and bring that elbow back onto the knee, drop down, and then start to straighten the left foot and start to wiggle the toes on the left. Lift the hip up as high as you can in the sky. Be patient for this pose. And then slowly bend again. And then start to look forward and start to lift your arms forward into fierce pose. Utkatasana, it's called. Hold the pose for strength in our quads. Lift the heart up to sky. Hold that pose. And then slowly, slowly come up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Slowly, hold the pose. Open your mouth with a ah. Beautiful hamstring work, quad work. I'm just sitting in the pose now, really enjoying the practice. And then open up your eyes and shake out your head. Ha, make a sound, everybody. Ha, yes. So now we're going to pick up our heavy weights. So I have 2 sets of 5s as mine for heavy weights. And I'm coming over to my chair on the left. So come over to your chair and put the weight in your right hand. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fatigue the muscle really quickly with 2 heavy weights. So if you don't have 2 heavy weights, you might not feel the fatigue. We're also going to be practicing our balance. So hold on to a chair. I want the leg closest to us to be strengthened. So I want you to stand on that leg predominantly and then lift up the hip. So I want you to try to keep this muscle, it's called the vastus medialis, tight. And I want you to keep that leg as straight as you can. Then I want you to hold on right here and lift the leg up. Oh, you're kidding. You mean we're going to lift the arm up and down and balance. Some of us might even take the hand off the chair or whatever you're holding on to and see how it feels, keeping that hip tight. You might even lift your arm up to give it more complexity. And you continue doing your bicep curl without losing your wrist. So your wrist is turned up. Nice. Try not to move the elbow away from the wrist, so it slides through the belly and the ribs. We start to feel a little bit of an overload, which we need to strengthen. What's happened with that hip? Did you let it go? Keep going. Good straight. 3, 2, 1. Hold it right here and just lift little tiny pulses from here. Little tiny. This is where we're carrying things like a box. Very functional movement. Keep going. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Hold on to both weights. Take that leg and crisscross the right leg. Bring your hand to the chair to support your back and start to circle, feeling a disengagement, pulling on the shoulder joint to really add that beautiful release. And circle in the other direction. So all my people with rotator cuff problems, I have them do 10-pound weight, and they do this 3 times a day to release the tightness in the rotators, which are back of the shoulder. And then roll back up and pause. And then unhook the legs and wiggle the toes. We're going back again to this leg. So it's second strength. We need strength in our legs. So lift up, lift the toe up. And we're just turning the palm behind us to work this whole muscles. Okay, here we go again. Once again, hold on to the chair. So you're keeping it behind your body the whole time. Behind your body. We're holding our torso high. We need these muscles of the shoulder to pull back for posture. If you choose, you can bring your arm up or leave it on the chair. It's your choice. What's happened with that hip on the left? Is it sunk or is it still really working hard? It's just a small move backwards. Very nice. My leg's getting tired. How's yours? Give me 10 more. You got to overload. Very good. Thanks for showing up, everybody. You get strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross. This time we're rotating away from your chair and we're trying to stretch that muscle. So hold on to the weights, let them drop and circle again. The hip on the left is trying to release after all the beautiful movement. This is truly an examined life. Truly. Roll in the other direction. And then bend both knees and roll back up. Extend the leg wide. Take both one hand in each weight and just roll forward and bring the weights to the floor. And I want you to use your core here. I want you to lift up the inner thighs and lift up the arches of the feet and roll to the baby toe. I want you to squeeze at the top of the thigh and you're parallel to the ground so you're not dropping forward. And we're going to add some weight now and forward flexion for the core and your legs. Bring the arms out to the side, looking down at the ground. Don't compromise your neck. So no weights, everybody. And then bring our palms together above your head and your tail back. And again, bring your arms wide. Continue this pulling on your belly backwards when the arms go above your head and feel the core in forward flexion. Really important to be able to pull your belly in when you bend forward. Inner thigh muscles are pulling in. Last 4. Nice. Last 3. Pull back. Last 2. Last 1. So you can bring your hands to your weights or to the ground and rock side to side, releasing. Opening up your mouth with a shake your head, reach your nose to your belly, and just rock, letting go of those hips. Maybe draw a figure 8 with your hips. That's it, beautiful figure 8. All sports function around figure 8. Pickleball players going out and paddling in your kayak, all those movements. The joint loves figure 8s, and we need to practice them. And then hold your hands on your weights or on the floor. Drop your hips to ground on the inhale. And on the exhale, lift your tail to sky and reach your nose towards your chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten legs. Inhale, look forward. Working with exhale, the range in our hips, lateral range. Inhale, we need that lateral range. Exhale. Last 2, inhale. Exhale. Last 1, inhale. Exhale. Put your weights, heavy weights, over towards the right side. Bend your knees and look for your weights, your light weights now, if you have a different set of weights, and pick them up and bend and roll up and come up. Very nice and beautiful practice. Lift your arms above your head. We're just releasing now the body. Bring it down and up, down and up. So we're trying to keep the elbows as close to the head as we can. If it's too much, this is for the elbow muscles, which is the tricep. That's your push-up muscle. We're just letting the back have a bit of a break. All the wide-legged stances. Head back. Pass forward. Last 3. Last 2. And slowly bring them through the heart. Turn your palms out, please, and just relax for a moment. Open your mouth with a your legs wide. So you can do this with or without your weights. We're going to take our toe to the right, and then we're going to square our hips. We're going to bring our arms out, and we're going to come into triangle. Trikonasana, it's called. You can with weights or without weights, you choose. You can look up to your thumb or down at the big toe on the right. Pull your belly button back and square your hips. Both legs are straight. You can do more if you choose to join me of taking the upper arm and lower arm and bringing them together. And then bringing it back out. With weights or without, you choose. Again, in. Pull belly button backwards. Core is strong. And out. In. And out. We got one more. You're doing beautifully. Last one. In. And out. Slowly lift your hand to the sky. Start to change now and bring your left hand down and bring your right hand up. Keep your hips square. Look to your left foot. Square your shoulders towards me. Squeeze your butt on the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. One last breath. Very nice. And then come back to center and arm comes down. Beautiful. Turn your toe in. It's called core stabilization through your whole body. So I want you to try to squeeze at the kneecaps, squeeze up and under the belly, pull the rib cage as tight as you can together, and then pull the shoulders down. So everything is in your postural position. And now we're going to add the weights. One weight in each hand or no weights, you choose. Pull everything in, stabilize the core as you add volume. Head back, don't use your neck. Pull your shoulders in and down. Pull, pull, pull your belly under your ribs. This emulates everyday activity. We walk down the street with this core, no matter what we're doing with those 4 extremities. Pull harder, head back, pull, pull, a little bit more, pull, a little bit more, pull, pull, pull. Belly one more time. Feel those strong arms, everybody. And then slowly down. That was excellent. Bring your weights on edge and lean forward. Put your weights on the ground and just lean into those weights. Bend your elbows. Reach your nose to your chest. Bend your elbows a bit more. Stretching those muscles. Shake your head. Very nice. And then change to your heavy weights if you have different weights, or pick up the same, whatever, and come back up. Come back up to center and pause. Oh, that was great, everybody. Congratulations on your great work. Let's move now to the other side. And we're going to be working the other arm now. And this leg that's closest, I want you to pull your belly in. I want you to really think about standing tall and try not to let this hip go like this. So you got to really focus on holding that strength in that leg. And then we're going to do some bicep curls on this side. So once again, don't lose your core in any way. Toe comes out, get your balance, bring it up, and start up and down. Keep your elbow glued to your waist. Try not to let it come away from your waist. And once again, one side, you might want to bring your arm up, or maybe not. That gets super strong on the right. 4, We're going to be so strong. You got to strengthen at least twice a week. So if you show up for class 2 days a week or use the library more, we'll develop our strength. 2 more. Last one. Crisscross. Bring your hand to the chair to release your back and just roll. Let your head hang, let your mouth, open up your mouth with a wiggle those back toes so the standing leg on the right is released. And then other direction. Whoa, I love my shoulders being released now. And then soften up the knees and come back up. Pause a moment. Shoulders back and down, get your posture. Bring your feet together. We're going now to the back side of the arm and shoulder. I'm going to start holding on. I'm going to reach behind me. And I'm going to lift my leg up. Get your balance first. And then I'm going to reach my arm behind. It's just a little bend and extend. Try to keep it. Sorry, it's a straight arm. Palm is facing up. Straight arm. And then I might choose to come away from my chair with my balance. You choose. Nice. Lift up in that hip a little bit more on the right. Really concentrate and focus on a strong leg on the right. Straight backwards. Lifting that weight just a little bit. Try not to grasp with your toes on your right. Use your whole foot to stabilize you. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Crisscross. Arm down. This time I'm rolling away from the chair and I'm turning. I'm lightening up on my toes and I'm trying to bring all my weight to that back foot on the right and pull my hip up because it stabilizes all the way up. Beautiful. And then put those weights down and pick up your other's light set and stand up and widen your legs. Very nice, everybody. Beautiful practice. Turn your toes so the heel of that foot is aligned with the arch. You can choose to have no weights, but one weight. We're going into Trikonasana, triangle. You can stay here, getting your posture. Hand is directly above your shoulder. Listen to your muscles. You can stay right here and pull your belly in, squaring your hips, or you can take the arms together and pulling the core backwards. Forward, and then coming back. Holding. Let's try it again. Lift up. Pull back through your belly and back down. Got 2 more. Here we go. Up, pull really hard on your belly. Back down. Last one. Lift all the way up with your hand. Slowly start to pivot that right hand back. Left hand comes. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Hold your pose and fire your right buttocks as hard as you can. Squeeze it really hard. That's it. Beautiful. Lovely. Keep going. And then once again, slowly back to center. Turn toes again, releasing the back, bend the knees, bringing the weights to the ground, and rocking side to side. Shake your head, open your mouth with a pow. Bend into your right knee, straighten the left leg. Bring both hands towards the foot on the right. And then take that right hand up to the sky as you look up to your fingers. Bending into our right hip, straight leg on the left. Hand comes down, hands come to floor and you rock side to side again. Or maybe draw your figure eights in that beautiful figure eight pose. Keep going, whatever works for you. And then start to bend into your left foot and bring both hands towards your left foot. Bend into the right as you bend into the left as you straighten the right. Once you're ready, if you choose, bring that left hand up to sky and turn and pivot. Drop into that hip. Be patient. Very nice, everyone. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly soften up the knees, come back to center, bring your hands and take one knee to the floor and take the other knee to the floor. Find your squishy ball in your strap. And if you need a pillow or a block behind your head, please do. And I'm going to massaging my back now. I'm going to put it between my tailbone and my belly button. Feels great. I'm going to hold on to my mat and bring one knee into the chest. So hold on with your hands on the mat. And I'm going to bring the other knee to chest. And I'm just going to rock side to side on the ball. Yes. Oh, my back loves this. Just roll. And holding onto my mat, I'm going to take my right leg and extend it and touch the ground or keep the knee bent and bring it back in. Then I'm going to go to my left side and either just tap the ground with your toe, pulling your belly button back and bringing it in. Tuck your chin, right and left side continuous, knee bent or leg straight, you choose. Beautiful. Nice. Good core. Four more. Nice. 3, 2. So our hips have been in flexion. Bring both feet to the floor. Now we want to bring them into extension. So extend one leg along the ground and pause. Extend the other leg on the ground and pause. And feel your back in extension now. Feel the pull on your low back. And then bring both arms up in H shape above your head, palms facing in. And see if your legs can be heavy to pull on all those working muscles that we worked. Yes. Let go of the legs. Let go of the shoulders. And then bend one knee, put one foot on the floor. And bend the other knee, put the other foot on the floor. Bring the hands down by your side and pause. Hold on with your left hand on the mat and take your right heel on top of the left knee. And then just pull your knees into chest and hold and start to point and flex your ankle joints. That's it, beautiful. Take both hands to the mat to hold. And then you might take both arms off the mat and lift them up to where your eyes, so your eyes can see them. You might keep the right hand up to sky and take the left hand to the ankle joint and pull that heel down into the groin, holding your balance on the ball. And then you might take that right hand and push on the knee away from you. Beautiful balance. This is what emulates life. You get on uneven surfaces and you need to focus on that core stability. Last breath. And then take your hand behind your thigh on the right and lift your heel to sky. Wow, well, wobbly reaction time. Point and flex the toe on the right to pull on those hamstring muscles. Beautiful, everyone. And then slowly both feet slide to the ground, knees bent. Pause. Bring your hands, palms facing down, and just lift up off your ball and have a few breaths. Yes, beautiful. Make sure those knees are directly forward to stretch the quadriceps, the front of the thigh, and the hips. And then slowly come back down on your ball. Open your mouth with a get rid of tension. Hold on to the edge of your mat and bring the right knee into chest and the left knee. Very nice. This time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out. And you're going to drop your toes towards or on the ground and bring them back up. You can continue holding on to your mat, or you can take your arms above your head. Your eyes can see your hands. A little bit more intricate for the body to core stabilize. Keep going as best you can. Pull your belly button back as you come up and down. Beautiful. Feel the reaction of your belly to bring you back so you don't fall over. 2 more. Just not the feet have to know this reaction to wobbly surfaces. The belly does too. Last 2. Bring your hands down by your side. Hold on to your mat. Bring both feet to the mat. Open your mouth with a take one leg and extend it, and the other leg and extend it, and pause. Let your back go into an arch, and bring your arms above your head if you choose, and have really heavy legs. And I'd like you to roll side to side, just rolling just a little bit side to side, taking our back into a rotation while we're in extension. Need to be able to do with the spine. And then come to quiet. Let the legs be heavy. Bring both hands down by your side. Pause. Bend the knees. Bring your feet directly underneath your knees. And allow the feeling of Socrates, that lived life, pulsating through your body. Socrates means when the unexamined life is deprived of meaning and purpose of existence. To become fully human means to use our highly developed faculties of thought to raise our existence above animals. Socrates believed that non-reflective people weren't really living because being reflective is what made people human. Ultimately, by living an examined life, we are giving ourselves an amazing gift. Extend your legs one more time along the floor for that extension before we go into some rotation again. Socrates reiterates, we must examine and understand the universe that dwells within our souls. He asks, who am I and why am I on this earth? Very slowly bend your knees again, feet flat on the floor. Lift yourself up off the ball and very carefully take the ball away. Come down onto the ground and pause, letting the back go from extension. Just pause. Feel the reverberation in your body. And then bring one knee to chest and follow the other knee to chest and feel the examination of your joints rocking side to side. Beautiful practice, everyone. Find your strap and wrap the strap around the arch of the right foot. And lift that heel to sky as the left leg comes onto the ground straight. Turning in the ball and socket, I'd like you to keep the leg directly over top of the hip, but turn your toes all the way to the right, right down to the hip, and then all the way to the left. Continue this moving throughout the joint as much as we can. Remember, it's moving in the joint of the hip, not the leg. The leg stays very still above the hip. Then take the strap into the left hand and come all the way across your body towards that side. on the left. When you are comfortable with either the toe or the knee on the floor, take your arm on the right out to T shape with palm facing up, allowing the big pull in the back. So this was my poem that changed my life. Pretty powerful, so I read it probably every week. I will not die an unlived life. I will not live in fear of falling or catching fire. I choose to inhabit my days and to allow my living to open me. Slowly come back up to center and pause. Change legs and put that left leg up in the strap. Take the other leg and extend it along the ground and pause for a moment as you see about your rotational ability at the hip joints. Big circle, turning toe right and left. Massaging the hip out of all its beautiful stabilization it did today. Which side is stickier, the outside or inside hamstring? And then take the strap to the right hand and come all the way across the body to the right. And once you find your stabilizing position with toe or knee, take that arm on the left and reach it out into T, palm facing up, and take your eyes that way. I will not die an unlived life. I will not live in fear of falling or catching fire. I choose to inhabit my days, to allow my living to open me, to let me be less afraid, more accessible, to loosen my heart until it becomes a wing, a torch, a promise. I choose to risk my significance to live, so that which came to me as a seed goes to the next as a blossom, and that which came to me as a blossom nourishes into a fruit. That's the lived life. Is there some part of yourself that there wasn't me, that I wanted the wing and the torch and the promise? I wanted to risk the significance of society to live and pursue things that I wanted. Is there anything in your life that you would like to risk your significance to live? To look at the unexamined life, to be examined. Slowly bring that leg back up. Take your strap away. Bring one hand to each kneecap, and you're going to draw two big circles around with each kneecap. And when you come to center, you're going to kind of just pull the tail off the ground. And then you're going to circle in the other direction, feeling this beautiful circle of the tail. And then you're going to come to center and flex your heels. And like a little piston, you're going to run forward and back, just at the hip, massaging that hip. Right at the hip joint, forward and back, pushing and pulling like a little piston. That's it. Beautiful practice, everyone. And slowly bring your feet to the floor, hands down by your side. And just roll up 3 or 4 times in bridge to complete your practice. And then bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out. And bring your arms in the letter Y shape above your head, allowing your whole torso to be pulled by the weight of the knees, the rib cages opening, and the shoulders. What does your examined life look like? That promise to you And then feel your shoulders changing shape by bringing the arms down by your side and listen to that change of shape. And thank yourself for the beautiful postures of shoulder stability that you did today and core and hip stability. And then I'd like you to move as softly as possible, as slowly, bringing your kneecaps together, feeling every micro movement of this beautiful examined life that you cherish. And that when you're ready, you can choose for our shavasana to put the blanket on you or a pillow behind your head, or maybe your squishy ball or your block. What do you want to do right now with your legs? Maybe you extend them using the block underneath your thighs. The shavasana is an integration of all of our practice. It's a time where we put together the body and the mind and the spirit, allowing ourselves to settle, feeling the earth beneath us, feeling the floor and the mat beneath us. And thank yourself for showing up today in this beautiful practice. What action I choose to risk my significance to live? What's an action I choose to risk my significance to live? Feeling the seed being planted, which will change to a blossom. Slowly bring your awareness to your toes and have a little wiggle in your toes. And a rotation and movement of the ankles right up to the thighs and into the hip. Take your fingers and wiggle your fingers through the air and feel them blanket. Really feeling the air as a blessed identity. And then starburst your fingers, pulling your fingers together and then starbursting them out, pulling them together, starbursting them a couple of times. And then rotate your wrists. And then stretch your arms above your head and pull your ankles away from you and have 3 or 4 breaths with a little ha at the end of it. And then bring the right knee to chest and hold on with the right hand, and the left knee, hold on with the left. Start to just give your back a little rock side to side. And then a little circle in one direction. And circle in the other direction. Flex your heels and pull your tail on and off the ground. That beautiful back that stabilized you today. Stretch your legs up to sky and bring your nose up to your knees. Say, hello, world. I'm stronger. And then bend your knees again and roll towards me. And pause. Turn your nose to Mother Earth. And really thank yourself for showing up today to be stronger. Thank yourself very much. Gratitude to you. And then push both palms into the ground and make your way up to sitting. Bringing your hands to your knees and finding that big, tall spine to hold you to the earth. Feeling your grace, love, and light. And feel your examination of your life so it can be richer and fuller. The unlived life is not you. Bring both hands to prayer. In honor of all of you, namaste, as I bend forward. May that examined life in me salute the examined life in you. Namaste. Thank your bodies for the practice, and thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all you people. Have a delicious day.